Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a look at this month's monthly awareness polish box. For the month of June, 10% of all the proceeds will be donated to PTSDUSA.org in honor of post-traumatic stress disorder. 6 makers have gotten together. These are each available individually or together as a box. I'll go ahead and link more information for that down in the description box below. I did purchase this box with a blogger's discount, and I'll go ahead and get into the swatches. So first up is Overcoming Nightmares from Pretty Beautiful Unlimited. This is described as a medium red hollow base with a lavender shimmer, silver and pink glitters, micro shreds, and blue to purple shifting micro glitters, as well as a smattering of crystal chameleon flakes mixed in. So a lot of elements going on in here. I'll go ahead and show you that brush shot, and I'll show you how Overcoming Nightmares swatched on my natural nail. So here is that first easy coat. Even though this polish has a lot going on and it really works together very beautifully, the formula on this one is amazing. If you have shorter nails, you may be able to get away with one coat for this one. I did have a little bit of a nail line there towards the tip, so I'll let this dry and come back in and show you what my second coat looks like. So here's a look at that second coat. Again, this polish just goes on so smooth and so easy. 2 coats for sure makes for complete coverage. I did have a little bit of texture due to those bumped up glitters, but a good coat of top coat will help smooth that right out and bring out all of that hollow. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat underneath my artificial lighting. I sadly do not have sun shots of these. It has been raining in Texas like nonstop. So this is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting and then once more at an angle. So next up is Don't Trigger Me by Sassy Pants Polish. This is described as a bright hot pink jelly base with assorted iridescent glitters and white holographic micro glitters with a blue shimmer. So the shimmer in this polish is very, very strong. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Don't Trigger Me swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first coat. This one does have a bit of a thicker formula. It really helps keep those glitters suspended, but it could be a little bit hard to work with. I think if you prefer thin coats, this one is going to be a little bit of a struggle. This first coat does go on nice and evenly, however, so I'll let that dry and then come back in for my second coat. So here's a look at that second coat. I did go in for a nice thick second coat here. It did add a lot of depth to those glitters, but I did have a little flash of nail line. I am going to stop here at 2 coats, however. I do feel like that shimmer really helps with the opacity here at an angle. This is definitely a super bright hot pink. Here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. So again, some texture running throughout due to those larger glitters, but a good top coat will help smooth that right out. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle. Next up is Look Past the Sun, and this is from Alter Ego. It's described as a darker yellow base with hollow red and black fine glitter. So this one is in a bit more of a jelly base. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it swatches on its own, but I also want you to see this one as a topper. So here's a look at that brush shot, and I'll show you how Look Past the Sun swatched on my natural nail. So here is the first easy coat. This polish is really easy to work with. It is just quite sheer. If you wanted to, you could also use an undie here. I really love the combination with the red glitters in this yellow base. So this first coat, pretty sheer. I'll let it dry and come back in and show you how it builds up with a second. So here's a look at that second coat. I did go in for a nice thick second coat, but still this one is a little bit sheer. I think with a third coat you still can get some nail line. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here and show you what this completed mani looks like and then show you it as a topper. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. So this one does dry down fairly glossy. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting. And then once more as a topper over black. I really love this combination. You get a lot more of that red glitter popping on this base, and here it is once more at an angle underneath artificial lighting. So next up is I'm a Survivor from Darling Diva Polish. The special thing about this polish is that she is donating 100% of the proceeds towards the cause this month. This one is described as a topper loaded with Pegasus P pigment, a light sprinkling of hollow, color-shifting glitters, as well as some hollow flakes. So I'll go ahead and show you that brush shot, and I'll show you how I'm a Survivor swatched today over black. So here is one easy coat. This one is nice and dense. It works perfectly as a topper. Diana from Snacks on Rotation also has it swatched on its own. It's also gorgeous like that. So here's a look at that completed mani with one coat over black before top coat. So this one does dry down maybe a little bit dull. Good top coat will bring out all of those gorgeous elements. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting. And then once more at an angle where you can really see that purple to green shift. So next up is Not All Wounds Are Visible from Night Owl Lacquer, and this one is described as a teal polish with a bright purple shimmer, purple to blue shifting iridescent shreds, and scattered hollows. So the shimmer in this polish is really strong, really pretty on that teal base. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how not all wounds are visible swatched on my natural nail. So here is the first easy coat. This one has a bit of a jelly base, so it is a little bit sheer here, but it does go on nice and evenly. So I'll go ahead and finish this first coat, let it dry, and then come back in and show you how it builds up with a second coat. So here's a look at that second coat. I am opting to go in a little bit thicker here. I do recommend doing a little bit thinner though, because I did have some pulling around the edges. 2 coats makes this right on the edge of being opaque. I did still have some nail line here, so I'll let that dry and then show you what my third coat looks like. This third coat is definitely worth it. Adds a ton of depth and even more of that shimmer. So this is just beautifully opaque in 3 coats. Here's a look at that completed mani before top coat, so this one does dry down super glossy. I bet a matte top coat would bring out even more of that shimmer too. So this is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting. And then once more at an angle underneath that artificial lighting. So lastly today I have There But Not from Oh My Jewels, and this is described as a creamy pale blue with a hollow sparkle of micro glitter that helps brighten your day. So this one does feel like it has a little bit of shimmer running throughout it as well, very icy formula. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how There But Not swatched on my natural nail. So here is my first easy coat. This one does have a bit of a thicker formula, but it really goes on nice and smooth, really easy. I feel like if you're really careful here, you could get away with 1 coat. I did still have some nail line here though, so I'm going to let this dry and come back in and show you how it builds up with a second. So here's a look at that second coat. I did go in a little bit thicker to help clean up around my cuticles and that type of thing, but I don't necessarily think that you need to go thick with this one. 2 coats for sure brings this one completely opaque. Here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. So this one does dry down fairly glossy as well. Good top coat is going to protect that finish though and extend the wear time. So this is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting. And then once more at an angle under that same artificial lighting. So really quickly, I want to show you some acetone additive that Sophia sent along with the Oh My Jewels polish. This is a mix of some oils as well as good things to add to your acetone to make it not as harsh and also smell really good. This smells like gardenias. It's very floral and summer. I love it so much. It does have a nice dispenser tip. I'll go ahead and show you that. I'm going to add it directly into my 16-ounce package of acetone that I have. I do love to repackage my acetone into my Zoya Remove Plus container just to make it easier to use. I'm going to spray it directly into the container and then give it a nice shake. I do like that this is completely adjustable. You could use as much as you wanted to. That nozzle makes it really easy to decide how much you want to dispense into your acetone. Please don't mind how filthy my Remove Plus bottle is. I use it a lot and put a lot of wear and tear on it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the lid back on and give it a good shake. It did make it smell really nice. It really does help moisturize your cuticles, especially when removing polish or doing cleanup. That's my favorite way to use it. So I'm not 100% sure if that's coming with this box or not. I will leave that information in the description box as well. So that wraps up my swatch and review for the month of June. I will have all the makers listed down below as well as on my blog at sloppyswatches.com, or you can also follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.